We've been getting a lot of questions from our clients and prospective clients at Visa Franchise about the Ukraine-Russian war and if it affects business here in the United States and general lifestyle in the United States. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. A lot of the things we're seeing and the rising costs are partly to be contributed to the war with oil prices going up. But there's a lot of other things going on in the government and from a macroeconomics perspective that's causing this inflation. Putting all that aside for a second, the U.S. still is seen as one of the best places to do business in the world and live here with your family. It might sound surprising or even impossible, but it's really not as bad as everyone thinks. There are many reasons why investing here could be a smart strategy, regardless of what happens abroad. There's a lot more worry for those that are living in continental Europe about the outcome from the war, as well as another potential refugee crisis. While the U.S. did provide some aid to Ukraine, we've never gotten directly involved in the fighting. Therefore, it's unlikely that the current escalation of violence will have any further direct effect on our economy, especially weighing everything else that's going on. Of course, there's always possibility for indirect effects to be felt by the U.S. economy as conflicts potentially spread to other Eastern European countries or beyond. But right now, rest assured, it's not fundamentally impacting to any significant degree the U.S. economy and business as we conduct, especially if you're looking to open up a small business in the United States or buy an existing business here. So it's a very sad situation that's happening in Russia and Ukraine. If you are on the fence and you're deciding to move to the U.S., but you want to see what happens with the war in Russia or Ukraine, it might be an ongoing conflict in the region for years, months to come. So I would not have this conflict delay your plans. And for those that are concerned with inflation, one way to fight inflation is to invest in assets that tend to go up in value when prices rise. So these things could include stocks, real estate, precious metals, and another strategy is inflation-adjusted investments such as bonds, annuities, which increase payouts along with the rate of inflation. You can also potentially diversify your portfolio among different asset classes, even owning your own business. As long as it's a business, whether it's a franchise or not, that you can pass increases in prices on to your consumers, then you should be key. You should be gold. There are some industries that have a pretty high profit margin too, where they can take the impact of inflation and continue to thrive. And there's other ones, like if you're owning and operating a convenience store or a grocery chain, that it can be pretty tough. And I would not invest in those type of businesses that are going to have a harder time passing on their increased supply chain and labor costs to consumers. I would focus, if you're looking to move to the United States, in a service business that has high teens, low 20% margins, and it's a business that you can pass on rising costs to the consumer. So think of like a home care business where the caregivers are really essentially part of your cost of goods sold, and talking to the referral groups, the hospital chains that are referring you elderly patients, you can negotiate and they understand that costs are going up, and that's going to have to be borne by the end customer, the senior in that case, in that model. So if you have any questions about 2022, I'm not a macroeconomist. We understand basic fundamentals here at Visa Franchise. Just leave in the comment below. Let us know if you have further concerns about how the war might impact doing business in the United States. I'd love to hear. If you could write in the comment section, and feel free to shoot me an email at patrick@visafranchise.com. Thanks.